Understanding, weakness is not something you are born with, it is something you allow, something you choose. Too often people believe weakness is permanent, like it's carved into their DNA, but that's not the truth. Weakness grows every time you take the easy way out, every time you let fear dictate your actions. Understanding, every time you settle instead of pushing harder. It's a habit, not a destiny. And the good news is that habits can be broken, rewritten, and transformed. The moment you realize that weakness is a decision, you reclaim your power. Because if it's a choice, then you can choose differently. Understanding, you can choose discipline over comfort. You can choose courage over fear. You can choose to move forward when everything inside you wants to stop. Strength isn't something gifted only to a select few. It's built by anyone willing to say no to weakness and yes to growth. Understanding, every time you refuse to surrender, every time you fight back against the urge to quit, you are rewriting your story. Weakness will always try to seduce you with ease, but greatness demands resistance. And the strongest choice you will ever make is to reject weakness. Comfort zones look safe, understanding, but they are silent traps. They make you feel warm, secure, and satisfied, yet they are the exact places where dreams die. Comfort zones promise stability, but what they really give you is stagnation. When you stay in your comfort zone, you stop growing, you stop challenging yourself, understanding, and you settle for being average, and average has never created history. Growth never happens where it's easy, it happens where it's hard. The discomfort you feel when trying something new, the fear of failure, standing, the uncertainty of stepping into the unknown, that's the sign that you're moving in the right direction. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who stayed in the safety of comfort. They're the ones who were willing to risk embarrassment, endure failure, and face resistance. Understanding, comfort zones disguise themselves as safety, but in reality they rob you opportunity. Every time you choose safety over risk, you are building invisible walls around yourself. Break those walls. Step into discomfort, because that is where transformation lies. Comfort will never give you greatness. Understanding, only courage to leave it behind will. Greatness is never born in moments of ease. It is forged in discomfort, in struggle, and in pressure. Think of diamonds. They are nothing but carbon until they endure immense heat and pressure. Without that struggle, they remain ordinary. The same is true for you. Understanding, if you avoid discomfort, if you avoid the weight of responsibility, if you avoid the challenges that stretch you, you will never tap into the greatness within you. Most people run from pressure because it feels heavy, it feels overwhelming. But that pressure is the very thing that shapes you. Understanding, the obstacles you face are not there to break you. They are there to refine you, to mold you into someone stronger, sharper, and more capable. Every challenge you endure adds another layer of strength to your character. Every hardship you survive prepares you for the next battle. Understanding, discomfort is proof that you are expanding. Pressure is proof that you are in the arena fighting for something meaningful. Struggle is proof that you are alive and moving forward. Greatness is not comfortable, but is worth every ounce of effort. Understanding, stop running from discomfort, because that is exactly where your greatness is waiting. Fear is not your enemy, it's your compass. Most people misunderstand fear. They think fear means stop, turn back, play it safe. But fear is actually the clearest signal that you are standing at the edge of growth. Understanding, if you feel no fear, it means you're not pushing far enough, not reaching high enough, not stepping outside of what you already know. Fear only shows up when you're on the verge of something bigger. Every great achievement in history was born in the presence of fear. The inventor, the leader, standing, the pioneer, all of them felt it. The difference is that they didn't run from it, they used it. They understood that fear is energy, and when channeled, it becomes fuel. Instead of letting fear paralyze you, let it sharpen your focus. Instead of letting fear silence you, let it amplify your courage. Understanding, fear is simply the mind's way of telling you, this matters, this is worth it. Growth doesn't live in comfort, it lives on the other side of fear. So when you feel it, don't retreat. Lean into it. Walk through it. Because beyond fear is the version of yourself that is stronger, braver, standing, and greater than you ever imagined. Failure is one of the most misunderstood parts of the journey. Too many people see it as the end, as proof they aren't good enough, as a reason to quit. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is the foundation of it. Every failure carries a lesson, a blueprint, understanding, a correction. It shows you what doesn't work so you can discover what does. Without failure, there is no refinement, no growth, no mastery. Think about it, the greatest innovators, leaders, and visionaries didn't get it right the first time. They failed often more times than they succeeded understanding. But they treated failure as data, not as defeat. Each mistake became a stepping stone, each setback became part of the map leading them forward. The only true failure is refusing to try or giving up when things get difficult. Failure is proof that you are in motion, that you are reaching beyond the ordinary understanding. If you are failing, it means you're attempting something big enough to matter. So embrace it, study it, use it. Success is simply failure reorganized into victory. The ones who win are not those who never fall, but those who rise every single time they do. Average is effortless understanding. Anyone can live an average life. It requires no sacrifice, no risk, no relentless drive. But greatness demands a price. It requires you to give up comfort, to work when others rest, to commit when others quit. That's why so few achieve it. Because the path to extraordinary is paved with sacrifice understanding. When you choose to settle for average, you are choosing the easy road. No criticism, no real failure, no real growth, just safety. But safety has a hidden cost: regret. And regret is far heavier than sacrifice. Extraordinary results never come from ordinary effort. If you want to live a life that stands out understanding, you must be willing to do what most people won't. Sacrifice doesn't mean loss, it means investment. You sacrifice sleep for progress. You sacrifice comfort for growth. You sacrifice temporary pleasure for long-term impact understanding. The question is not whether you're capable of greatness. The question is whether you're willing to pay the price for it. Remember this: average is crowded. Greatness is lonely. If you want to stand among the few who inspire, who lead, who create history, you must step away from the many who choose easy understanding. Greatness is expensive, but it is worth everything.